powerful tip to help you overcome overwhelming emotions is to drop the story. Your story is what charges these emotions. We may have heard this term, emotionally charged. There's an experience, and sometimes we feel emotionally charged. Now, what is it that's charging that emotion? It's your story. An emotion is not that different from a sensation. An emotion is really a sensation plus the story that you're adding to it. And it's that story that's then charging the sensation, making it appear as an emotion. This is what we feel when we feel emotionally charged. This is what we are experiencing when the emotion feels so overwhelming. You're not overwhelmed by the emotion. You're overwhelmed by the story that is coming with the sensation, creating the appearance of the emotion. So, to help you with this is we have to get out of the mind and into the body. The mind is where you're creating the stories. We're thinking about the situation that has happened or may happen. It's always about the past or the future. By simply getting out of the mind and into the body, you become present. You're no longer thinking about the past and you're no longer thinking about the future. You're present to the body here now. Without past, without future, there's no story. A story is always about past and future. So you're simply just feeling the sensations of the body here now. This is a powerful way for dropping the story. Without that story, there's simply the sensation that is felt in the body. The experience is very somatic. And there's just simply a sensation in the body. Now, to go one step further and start dissolving this sensation, start experiencing this sensation fully, start releasing this tension that is experienced in the body. You're simply just being with that sensation. You don't have any agenda for it. You're not trying to get rid of it. You're not wishing it wasn't there. You're not judging it. You're not criticizing it. All of that is dropped. You're just simply being present to that sensation. You're just patient, being with it, with no objective, no goal, just experiencing the sensation, allowing that sensation to be here now. And because you're simply allowing that sensation to be here now, there's absolutely no resistance. Allowance is the opposite of resistance. Without the resistance, there's simply the allowance of that sensation. And because you're allowing it to be, you're experiencing it fully. What's helpful with these sensations that often feel dense, heavy, sticky, tense, contracted, tight, is simply being present with the sensation by finding that sensation in the body. Go directly to that sensation. Is it in the stomach? Is it in the chest? Is it in the throat? So you explore the body. Where is this sensation? Deeply explore it. Where you're giving that sensation your attention. And what you can do is simply breathe into that area. So if the tension is felt in your stomach, you're breathing But the attention is following the breath as if the breath is reaching that area. Breathing in nice and slow, and sending that breath to that tension that you're feeling. Breathing out. And as you're breathing out, there's just this feeling of letting go of the tension, relaxing the tension. Breathing in again, sending it to that area. Breathing out, relaxing the tension. And you'll find that as you're breathing, naturally slows down. There's more and more openness. That this tension that you're feeling, it doesn't feel so tight and contracted. It starts feeling loose. It starts feeling expanded. What felt so solid actually starts to feel more fluid. This tension that feels very rigid and dense seems to be loosening up and lightening with the flow of the breath. The flow of the breath is simply just a tool to help you stay present and direct the attention to that sensation. And what happens is that there's no separation between that tension and the breath. This border, this apparent border, it starts dissolving, and that there's just simply this breath. There's just this energy that was very rigid and dense and sticky and tight and contracted, and then it just starts melting, dissolving, loosening, expanding, flowing with the breath. So there's no agenda, there's no goal to get rid of this tension. As you just simply allow that sensation to be there, and then you just start breathing into that area. The attention is going to that area. The attention is on the breath. The breath is going to that sensation in the body. And you're simply allowing everything to be. You're allowing the breath to be as it is. You're allowing the tension to be as it is. And this border starts dissolving, where there's not this tension and the breath. There's just simply this breath. And this breath stops feeling like air, and it starts feeling more like just pure energy. That this energy starts expanding. This energy starts lightening up. This energy starts relaxing. This energy starts flowing. This energy starts opening. And perhaps this is being done for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. There's no set time. You'll know when it's time to stop, because when you release this tension, there's just this flow. You're just feeling this vibration of energy. And you feel like this flow, this vibration of energy is actually within you, the greater space of awareness. That this space of awareness was watching something that was rigid, contracted, sticky, loosen up, melt, dissolve, unbind itself, untie itself. And then you open your eyes and you might have now noticed that the physical body feels very loose, flexible, light, transparent, unstuck, untied, unlocked, open, relaxed, calm, still, at ease. And this is not a one-time thing. This can be done at any time. This is then a powerful practice that can be done at any moment. It doesn't need to be only when you feel these overwhelming emotions that you might just want to set aside some time to just simply lay on the ground in whatever position is comfortable for you. Close your eyes and just put the attention on the body and just scan the body for any tension that you're feeling anywhere. And you'll feel that attention will naturally scan the body and kind of roam around. And as you slow your breathing, you become more present to the body, and maybe you're roaming around in the shoulder, and then that attention starts finding some tightness in the lower back. So then you just simply explore that tightness in the lower back and just be with that. And this is what I call just simply exploring the body. That there's no goal, there's no objective, there's no plan for where you want to actually go with that attention. There's just simply this openness to explore the body. Everything is spontaneous. Everything is unplanned. Where there's no direction, there's no objective, there's no goal. And this breathing just helps you relax. It becomes a tool to help you undo this tension, these knots, this density. And without the story, this is so much easier. The story is preventing you from actually feeling these sensations. We tend to overthink, which is really underfeeling. And it's only by dropping the story, getting out of the mind and into the body, that we actually start feeling what is already here now. A lot of these emotions are not new. They're being stored in what feels like the physical body. And it's giving us this very strong sense of density and rigidity and solidness and fixed and tightness and contraction and closure. It very much feels like you're dissolving these boundaries, borders, and limitations. And you're simply remaining as the awareness that is simply being present with that contraction that's appearing in it. That you are this space of awareness that is being present with this closure. It's being present with this density. It's being present with this tightness. Being present with this knot. Whereas before the story, you were never present. You were always in the past, thinking about what happened, going to the future, thinking about what's going to happen, which then doesn't allow you to actually be present to the sensation. The story is very superficial. This allows us to go deep into the body and explore a lot of these repressed emotions, which is just another way for saying these dense energies. It's all this one universal energy that's then modulating itself as these densities, as these contractions, as these knots, as this tightness, as these closures. And that's why when there's this undoing or this opening or this expanding or this letting go, it doesn't feel like there's two anymore. You're just left with just this one energy. And you are that one energy. So hopefully this helps you overcome those overwhelming emotions. See you in the next one.